The next variation, after mastering hands onto the ground, can now be using some of the balance toys that we have within the clubs. Right here we have a Bosu ball. So Bosu just stands for both sides up. We can have the ball side down or the flat side down. All I can do here, if I'd like to, put a little bit more information into my body to be able to stabilize myself, is I can have the ball side down, I can put my hands on the flat side, bring my feet down back behind me, and again, slowly lower down to the ground and push all the way back up. Of course, we can also do this from the modified position as well. Straight line again from the ear to the knee to make it easier if needed. All right, now if you're getting good, you're going to wind up moving up to another progression. We can go back to the stability ball. So when I have the stability ball again, this time we have no flat surface like we did with the Bosu ball. So what I can do is this, place my hands right onto the stability ball, just like so. I personally like to keep my fingers nice and straight down to the ground, as opposed to this way, so I don't put extra stress on my wrist. So with the fingers right down to the ground, and then simply put your feet back, straight line again from ear to ankle, abs in, glutes tight, slowly lower yourself, chin tuck position, and push all the way off the stability ball. Okay, this next one, we're going to take it up a notch, okay? Now, the last version I showed you was with the feet on the floor, hands on the stability ball. But remember when we started this segment, we spoke about our level of inclination can either progress or regress the exercise. So even though I had my hands on the ball and my feet on the floor, I was still at a pretty good angle. If I want to take this up one more notch, what I can do is utilize a bench, any type. We actually have these steps in all the clubs as well. I can put my feet up on the bench and elevate my lower body, so it's going to help me to be parallel to the gravity or to the ground. It looks just like this. Here, abs tight, glutes tight, slowly lower yourself, and then push it all the way up towards the ceiling. Abs in nice and tight the entire time. Again, don't go here until you're ready though. If that lower back starts caving inward, you've got to pull those abs in and squeeze those glutes the whole time. Now this next one is going to be a little bit different, because what we're going to do is we're going to really challenge how our shoulder blade, all the muscles around it, have to be able to work with our rib cage and the rest of our upper body. But what we call it is a rotational push-up. Looks just like this. Hands, feet, abs and glutes, slowly lower, 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 under control. Push all the way up, but come and keep coming all the way up. So now this stance arm has to support your whole body. Then again, slowly lower, 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 and then push up. And you can rotate to the opposite side. Again, a little bit more challenging, so just make sure you're ready. This next one, have you tried all these yet? We've got enough for you here, I believe, is going to be utilizing a medicine ball. There's many ways to do this. I could actually spend the rest of the day talking about how to do all these because I love it so much, but here's the one I'd like you to see. It's a little bit more dynamic. All you're going to do is put the medicine ball under one hand, like so. Do a push-up. Then simply roll the ball to the opposite hand and do a push-up. This way, you're challenging your body with half of it being down onto the ground nice and stable, the other half being on something unstable. Remember, all this instability type training, that focuses your brain to have to coordinate your movement so much better. So if anything in life happens that's unpredictable, like when does that happen? All the time, you're going to be much more apt to be able to deal with those situations, and you'll be stronger with better coordination. Now with any of these push-up examples, if your wrists tend to bother you as you're in this position on the floor, you can always grab a set of our dumbbells that we have in all the clubs, and you can use them as simple handles, any different direction you want to with your hands, abs in again. Simply lower yourself, push yourself all the way up. With the dumbbells, that actually gives you a little bit more of a different grip, so your wrist can stay nice and straight as opposed to having to go into this position, which again may put more stress. Now one example I love to do with these, it's a little bit more of a newer exercise you tend to see out there. It's a real good exercise, real fun, but you can actually combine doing a push-up and a row at the same time. It looks just like this. With arms back, feet back, abs in, push all the way up and row, down, arms up and row, and again. So you can do that for the desired amount of repetitions. Remember though, abdominals in, glutes tight. All right, I hope you had as much fun as I did today. I had a blast just doing a bunch of different push-ups with you. Please remember, the goal in the beginning when you first start working out is to do more repetitions, around 12 to 20. So if you're doing one of these exercises but you can't complete 12 to 20 repetitions without losing form, then make it a little bit easier with some of the first exercises that I showed you. As you get better, then you can progress a little bit further. But the longer repetitions, like 12 to 20, are going to really help out all those postural muscles that help to hold us in good position. So everybody, thanks so much again for checking us out. Please, if you ever have questions, just let us know. Stop, ask any of our fitness managers or fitness coaches within the club. And as always, please, you can always email me. I promise you I always address every email. My email address again is rob@therush247.com. And thanks again for being a part of our community.